Good morning, or whatever it is, wherever you are. Got to reset that. Alright, so when we were rudely interrupted by network troubles Wednesday, we had got this app mostly working on M19 with a little bit of fade in to hide some of the positioning delay caused by no longer being able to directly call the text sizing API. And that should even apply to these things coming in. But somewhere we picked up some window size lag. And I don't know if that was Elm 19 or if that was the panel stuff. So what I may have to actually do is kill some of this for a bit. And then get some new windows that are in the Elm 18 context. Okay, fine, whatever. You take care of your database stuff. Okay, so actually we have this as a convenient tag to jump back to. And now this, we might actually just be able to run off the straight up HTML file. I think that's a problem specific to Elm 19. Now, I don't know if the monitor script is going to work here. Oh. Hopefully the Elm stash won't be a problem here, Elm stuff. Okay. I think here it works to open this directly. Okay, so this was definitely a problem as of the extension stuff. I don't remember. Oh, this is. Oh, there it is. It's old season still. And this should be the point where it's fading out, but never quite sure. Okay, so actually, this is not a new problem. Maybe I was just ignoring it before and figuring you normally wouldn't be resizing that much. And that was just another resize. It's probably not as noticeable with the dev tools. Actually, it does seem less noticeable with the dev tools. Oh, you know what? I wonder if this has to do with changing size aspect ratios and doing 100%. Wait, that's body? Well, even, yeah, you know what? It's lightening it, so I'm not able to see the highlight on the white background. Really? No, background color. Oh. That's not body, huh? It doesn't seem to be H... How is... It's not even part of the... What? But this stuff is still there. Oh, maybe that's part of margin? No. So my footer is outside the body. Oh. So that's interesting. So this is actually kind of a browser bug, because I don't believe I caused any re-evaluation of the application. But something about the way we're updating things, and I guess at this point we might as well switch back to mainline. Alright, switch to master. We don't think we need this because it isn't related to any changes. I'm just going to get rid of Elm stuff. We just installed a whole bunch of things there. Get Elm reactor going again. Oh. And it's this specific size is an issue too. So it's not just resizes. Well, that actually makes it kind of a bigger problem. So this is something that we either get scheduled from So I guess this is not technically an L19 thing. I mean, we're on L19, but really it's just Elm. dealing with that. All right, so we have our, where's the initial window size come from? That'll be a DOM thing. Okay, that comes from get viewport. We are rounding. Which comes into window size. They both end up coming in from window size. We might want to check the pre-conversion values on these. Actually, we could do it in here. However, that means I need to find a new size where we have an error, preferably a noticeable error, on load. Does seem to be more profound at larger sizes. And actually, I don't need to have a user for this particular thing, so that's just making a bunch of extra API calls. So 732, 952. Interesting to unlock that first. 952, 727, 02. That shouldn't be that a visible amount. So you're 711 plus padding. And what was it? 732, so that's plus 16. Yeah, that's not enough. 52 plus 16. Okay, that works. Wait. 32. Actual size is 711 plus padding. Well, we could get rid of the artifact just by generating a styling tag with body. But I'm really curious why this is off. Is it possible? Well, no, because this is the entire body, not just the graph. Oh, wait. Oh, so it's the div that has that. You're 727? But we were told 732. But we are styling our div because that's where we can do color. So, right, because body will go to the content and footer is position fixed. Is it having position fixed? Okay, it's not position fixed. I think both of those remove it from the flow. So we've got top. Then it might be, oh, you know what? That's width. It's the graph itself. I wonder if this is actually a percentage versus pixel thing. So you had to make it a little bit not quite wide enough so that we don't overflow. But then that could start to make errors here. Yeah, this is actually the browser sizing the content to less than the full size of the window. Alright, actually, this still removes it. Yeah, is this actually working? Of course, now I've got a scroll bar because now we have to allocate space for that. Alright, so I guess the easiest thing is to hide it by doing some hacks up on the body. Now there's no way to apply styles to the body, even with the document stuff. Yeah, that's still just doing the map. Still the contents. So what we have to do is do another node. Well, I could append the string, but case case model.theme. We're going down there. That's for style equals. And we're doing case off of a string, which is a little sloppy. But it's probably just taking these direct data values. No, this has to be. And then everything else. Well, this is the only thing we changed, or should have been the only thing we changed. Okay, I messed something up with my placement command here. Position fixed. Oh, because I changed this when I was playing around with it. Alright, well, if you don't understand it, just hide it, I guess. I still got the occasional scroll bar. That doesn't really need to be there. Hmm. So you have a... Apparently lost some space to extension this. So the 98% worries me a little bit. What happens if we just do a noticeable change to that? Okay, what, okay, you still got, well, okay, that's scroll bar. But it does appear to be related. Let's try making it a little bit smaller. Oh, got a scroll bar right there. It's like we're just losing margin every time. Oh, you know what? There's actually an attribute for this. Problem solved. Now, does that mean we don't even need to do 98%? Well, that has this stuff getting a little friendly here. Ha 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 ha. Padding apex. No, it is not impressed by that. Does this do anything? No, because actually it's the graph in the top we need to back off. Okay. SVG icon. Oh, that potentially affect the icons. So if we do a graph, that outputs collage render. So it's going to be an SVG. I think there might be a way to do SVG explicit, SVG attributes. Attributes. Oh, because that is stuff we pass down. Okay. Well, this might be overridden by other stuff. Okay, that's definitely a selector. Margin, bottom. Don't care. Don't care. Is this actually here? Height. Okay, that's definitely something. Okay, well, okay, we looped there. Yeah, there's some fudge in the size here, but I guess it could be a little bit smaller. And then we may have to revisit what the extension does, because that used to be larger. Or maybe the extension work is just where I was seeing it. Alright, so we've hidden the artifacts by making the background colored. And we've allocated more space for the credits at the bottom. And then we'll actually have to return to this when we get back to, if we want to get back to extension stuff. Yep. Yeah, we're still dumping all that out. And we're still relying on direct reference to a couple of things. Let's see, adjust size and style to avoid edge artifacts at certain sizes. Alright, so now I would be more comfortable with the updated Twitch module. If we had ported and used the other applications before releasing it. You know, it is quite windy out. That might mean rain's coming in. I am going to go close the windows and yeah, that'll be real quick. Alright, so what do we have left? Alright, so, the tell test framework issue. So kind of taking care of you. You didn't have any tests. So that one's done. This is kind of done, except that it had tests that depended on that. OBS mic check used... Oh, no, it didn't use Elm test. One of these used regular Elm test. You did, but you depended on WebSocket, which is still not available. And I guess I could do ports for that. That's also not one of the Twitch apps. Well, so I guess the sort of immediate thing here is to use my local copy of these for immediate development. And then look at porting tests later to something else. Maybe I sort of... Well... Or I could just apply my suspected hack to that. Well, I could. That would make it serviceable. I think you're going to have to pass the bug.log into a testing framework to get it published. Yeah, so we can get these ported using my local copy of this. So that we can use local, that we can use local until that's published. Ooh. If that's local, I won't be able to actually build it. Well, that should be a test dependency only. All right, so we're going to switch. Yeah. Hang on to you. This is going to be... Oh. Well, no, that one's... Yeah, I've been using direct file reference, which I don't think will work, but we've got the import-export for that. So we need to shut you down. Find reactor. Well, we'll see how it looks. Man. Allergies came back with a vengeance today. You're going to change. So we're going to need to reference the package. Or actually, we can reference it from here, which has the renames. We're going to want to clear that. Elm install. Elm core. Yeah, isn't that nice? Browser. Okay. Okay. SVG. Oh, this actually depends on the schedule graph thing, so I should be able to copy that over and deal with any. Oh, this uses the schedule graph thing, so I'm going to have to deal with all of the sizing issues again. Parser. It's getting warm already. QM base. And base 64 uses regex. Wonderful. Now, we'll probably need more. One thing we know is that we're going to need schedule graph. Because that was designed to be a reusable module between these two. So that will be somewhat pre-ported. Oh, and the other thing we frequently found is that our script files tend to have the elm dash make in them. Import date. Yeah, so got all that stuff to mess with. This is view. And I think that this is actually time exposing weekday. Okay, that's actually a leftover. Oh, and then we have to muck with our sources. To get Twitch API source. You probably wouldn't notice that. Oh, and then I have a direct dependency on color th. Oh yeah, that came from the Twitch. Yeah, so that's things I theoretically have to remove if I remove the direct dependency. Install. Okay, that didn't work. Oh, JSON.encode. Install JSON. Oh, time is actually an external package. And then that becomes a browser DOM. All right. Actually, there's probably a couple other things we could go through here. They're kind of starting a new app again. All right, so we've got to int. Oh, that's compiled. I probably want to be in source. To float. That's schedule graph, which should already be converted. To string. Yeah. Now you've got problems. Okay. This should be a string.fromInt. Screen width, screen height. Preview version is probably an int. Viewer count should be an int. Box width should be an int. I don't know that I use that too much. Okay, so view, style, node style. That's the style of my schedule graph. Okay, there's a little bit of style here. List becomes just takes two strings. Where were you? Oh, that was the list. So we might actually need a little bit of a hint here. Okay, that was all our styles. And we have our top level program. Which tends to be a pain in the butt. This is not a navigation.program. Yeah, so this one is actually, so that's going to make, well, make it slightly easier. And to do that, we have to import browser. Actually, was that the only thing we're using HTML for? By the time we finish this, it will be. Because view is going to become view.document UI. And then this moves over to view. In fact, I could totally borrow this from, well, okay, not from you. But we're going to have to do some cross-referencing to this one anyway. Yeah. Yep, that's the same there. We could change the title. And then expose that along with the view. Document init, update, view, subscriptions. However, this requires the init to take the flags, which we don't care about. Anything else? Packages moved. Okay, that's been most of that. So now we can go back to having the compiler yell at us. Oh, yes, all the time stuff. Ooh, well, no, the serialization of that is probably pretty similar. I'm going to make sure I have a most recent export of this, though. In case I need to do some... Actually, we should look at that. Oh, no, events are only local storage. Okay, well, that wouldn't be the end of the world, although it might end up voiding the import of all local storage. We still got the export. Okay, so persist.encode. We're going to have to import time. Right, I did this as float because the type was float, but now it's essentially int. And we need time dot millis from POSIX. Is it from or to? It's 2. So we want POSIX to millis. And this is one of the things where I may have to look at whether I want to store them that way, but they are... Oh, no, duration is not a POSIX. That is just a number of milliseconds. And actually, this is where it might be useful to ask. Does schedule graph have events too? Oh, it does. And a duration is an int. Okay. And then decode, an event, is an int and an int. But this, we're going to have to do some fancy schmancy stuff. This is not just an int, it is a map time dot millis to POSIX of an int. Dates are going to be a problem. Schedule graphs are imported. Date dot from time. Model.time. The days displayed is going to be the single day we get from model.time. The current... Oh, this gets into all the current time zone junk. Okay. Schedule from videos. Model. So we not only time, but zone. Model, time, zone. I'm pretty sure I just went ahead and imported that as well. When we init, we have to do time as a 0. At millis to POSIX, and zone as time.utc, just so we have a valid value. And I think... you had a current time. You do not have a current time, but we do need a current zone. I guess we're getting time from other places. Response, all the request, response, next request. And then that's going to go next to focused. Actually, it's going to be exactly the same. All right. So that takes care of getting zone into the model. I don't think you need to do too much else with that. Yeah, so then the view, we have to pass that down to schedule graph. Time zone equals model dot zone. And then you need to also be able to use that. So we want the current day value from the current time. What did I even... Okay. Day of... Well, it's going to have to... 2 weekday. Time dot 2 weekday. Model dot zone, model dot time. Any other... Okay, that was our only date reference. Do we use time anywhere else? No. And then persist decode has to import time to have access to the conversion. Encode what? Was there some subtle change in the encode module? JSON list. Turn a list into a JSON array. A value, list a value. List.map. Oh. The list takes the converter A to value, a list of A. I guess they figured everybody was mapping, so you just build it into the list function. And another one. Code. Oh, and another. Ooh, we did a lot of lists. List.map user. List.map game. Okay, so it was a kind of a common pattern. We're back to view. Huh? That case statement. Uh This is just about run out of steam. Are you being persnickety? No. I must have unbalanced brackets here somewhere. I mean, it seems to be fine with the image. That made no difference at all. It's the new line itself? Excuse me? What? We have some weird character in here or something? Case expression. I selected a thing. Display comment. Display adding comment. No, 298. 298. How are you failing in a comment block? Is that just the number of characters before you give up? Well, let's try this. I've found that the compiler is now very persnickety about indentation in some cases. Can we do this? Was it just that this wasn't indented enough for you? Elm is becoming Python. Okay, 181. Oh, this. Display box art. It's a comment. What the heck? Is this looking like some kind of special operator to you now? No, it says display box art. So this is Elm pretending to be Python again. Although now I am kind of confused. Because this has some pretty rigorous indentation. I wish it would tell you which case it was trying to figure out. A download as variable. Oh. That had to be in the old HTML. I wonder if that just changed name. Oh, this did change name. Elm Lang HTML. That's HTTP. Nope. Well, there's download and there's download as. You provide download. Well, it's download string, so it sounds like it is the thing I want. Are we in view? We're in view. And I never did sort the imports here. Weehaw. Alright, so maybe I should fix up the rest of the problems before make sure there's no other ambiguities before I try to figure out what crack it's smoking here. On change. Ooh, target value was a little custom thing. So maybe the format of this changed. Cannot sense this through the pipe. What? Okay, so the error attribution here is like completely wrong. The only time we're going to be talking about a schedule graph is up here. And okay, so we did use a pipe here. case statement again? What the heck do they do to case statements? So I don't know why we're getting an error way the heck down here. We added a zone. That should be fine. Is this Elm playing Python again? It doesn't like the indentation I've chosen? Oh, label widths. No, this is actually one of our major pain in butts. All right. Anything else with this? Nope. Schedule from videos. So the Elm collage package used to have a facility where it had some native code to go out and measure text for you so that it could actually align things to the left. And maybe to the right, but definitely affected to the left. Since that is no longer possible in libraries anymore, we have to do it with ports. Thankfully, we have a small number of strings we use as labels, and we can kind of measure them once up front, and then just say, well, okay, that's the effective character length of the string, so we just multiply it by our point size, and we can basically be good from there. Hostable. I had some size parameters in the other app that I just simply don't have here. We do need this. Really? Why do you hate me? I bumped caps lock. Okay. Which explains why this went bonkers. So that's a module we have to copy over. Net public. Oh god, and the icons too. Text size. Da, 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 we have to import you. Oh, this is still using Harbor. Okay. And we can move off of that as well. All right, text size. This is init. Command.batch. And this is the only reason we had to import schedule graph into here, isn't it? Yep. Oh, no, maybe not. We had to... Okay, so it's already put it for event. And then we have to subscribe to it. All right, so now we've just got a value to feed into there. Oh, we added zone, but not switch this to POSIX. I think every is still there. We don't have time.second. Imported. Oh, they made the JSON errors explicit. I guess I was just ignoring the error. Yeah, I was kind of ignoring the error. Alright, so we got past compilation. So now we have to see... I seem to recall that Elm does not like running from a local file. Nope, we have to actually change our index file. Oh, and we're going to do all the icon junk. Oh, and we need all the port stuff for that. So init. Canvas context, get text width. Oh. Must have been something specific I was doing with a different setup. Although none of my game portraits are working. Oh, that's right. I never fixed that case statement. Da, ba, 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 da. that one wonky case statement, which does not parse for some reason. And creates weird errors thousands of lines, well, okay, 100 lines away. So now I have to figure out why it's being a jerk. Try just seeing if it's the contents. Okay, it's at least one of the contents. Oops, we left this in. Okay, so it is. Maybe I misread how the style function works now. String, string, style, style. Must have been something when we were deleting that code. Okay. Your leftover. All right. So that seems. Well, it's all one label right now, so it's kind of hard to tell about alignment issues. That actually removes a lot of urgency on that. Export still works. Import should work. Yeah. Okay. And there was no issue with the Twitch module. Now you did have some tests. I think this is actually where I extracted that Twitch stuff from. Well, okay, step one. We got the basic app compiling. Oh, we've never done icons yet. But maybe I should leave that as a separate step, because we got it to compile. RM package. Git add source measure text. Okay, update our scripts. We have to add more port stuff. Browser time. Change POSIX, add a bunch of new requests. For environmental context stuff. Make the requests. Respond to them. Lost that. New subscription. Okay, time changes, map changes, or list changes. And we brought in this module from the other project, which seems to have had most of the work. View, a couple little updates. Yeah, all the toString and stuff. string from string. Indentation changes just because it's a jerk. And that last one we actually don't really need. That was just trying to figure out what the error message was. Okay, compiling under Elm 19. Now we have to fix the icons. So I should have a, oops, work directory with the Ikamoon stuff. So we need the shim for certain browsers. We need the PNG file to be assets that we serve. And then I can just go grab it from this one probably. Oh, I'm already in index. So SVG use. Index, we just kind of have this down here. And then there's a slight change to the icon. Icon, which is actually just putting symbol.svg in here. So that was code, has to compile. What are we missing? Use excuse me? We have multiple copies of icon here? What? What? Oh. So this is the cost of doing that. Which means it's a good thing I can, well, alright, so for my local use, it's fine. I don't need icons on my own thing. When published, it will actually work. And I think I even started up Reactor. Right, because we just mangled this. And I can import the data in here, but I'm not going to be running a server on my local computer all the time. So I could either go to published one or just not have icons, because we can't have icons in Elm now. It's just going to be annoying, though. Well, I guess development work could be running the server. All right, so there's that. Oops. Bumped over there for some reason. When did I do that? Must have been opening a tab. Okay. All right, I think I've been going well without a break. I should get up and stretch. And then I think see, we can try to get the tests running again. The Twitch one should have moved to Elm, to the Twitch library. And then it would just be the persist encoder decoder. And then there's the harbor stuff. I've been kind of moving towards a different pattern for that. So some port work. Back in a few minutes. Oh. Again? So maybe it's an accident every time.
Hi, time. If I were a steak, I'd be right in front of me.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. If we dig this out, fertilizers are off. Yeah, these fertilizer synthesizers are turned off. That's intentional, because we didn't. We've got this section, and that one's going pretty strong. As far as it goes, the only reason they're all active right now is because we had a backup in the bathrooms. Usually they barely run. I think.
I'm inside the ground right now. I'm down here. This is where I am. Okay. Oh my god. How do Don't worry, guys. We're ready to go explore the planet now. Oh shit, this is all cheaty, isn't it? Participated in doing carrot farms so far tonight, and a big part of that has been that this game's really goddamn overwhelming, and I just didn't know what I was doing. But there's a lot of... Okay...
There you go, you got here, get out of here, it's all on you now. Save the world, Bianca. You too. Pop.
Feast one.
Alright, welcome back. So we probably had a test project here. Oh. How did that work? Oh, because I had a direct dependency on the test framework. Which, since that's not a published package, I really don't want. So we want to add, where did I put this? Is it offsite? Or do I actually have it in here? Yes. And was this one level or source? Okay, so that should have all the same dependencies we need. Now, I'm pretty sure that the Twitch module we're testing in Twitch. The parser module is doing durations and parsers. This is all part of making the Twitch module. And then persist is the thing that is actually specific to this application. So we should have reactor running. Oh, but we actually have to be running it in the other project, I think. For that one to work. Oh, you're right. They're relative directories, so now everything has to adjust its paths. Test, persist. Oh, this is a POSIX time. Time dot millis to POSIX 0, and then do I have to do import of that somewhere? Dict string list event persist. Round trips. So we're missing an argument somewhere here. And maybe I've not run this in a long time. And we added a... Oh, yep. I think we added a couple fields here. Alright, so we did users and games. And... event. Community, where a community is an ID1 name box art URL game community. Those are some kind of amusing close names there. Oh. Wait, community takes... Oh, I was looking at game. Because communities totally have box art URLs. Oh, did I change the type of... No, list. List string whole user. List user. Oh, did you... Yeah, user got some extra arguments. Tags is a list string. And persisted... I guess since we're trying to persist it. And then we have... Oh! Alright, so we got that to work. No, you were that one. rm test parser.elm. Hit rm test twitch.elm. Git add test elm.json. Patch up tests with a local unit. Okay. Back to the main thing in case we need that. So one of the things I noticed is that I've been using a style of harbor where everything's all at once, whereas I have been moving some of my stuff to separate modules for all of these. Let's see, so select is a command. I know some of this stuff got put into browser, actually. Focus, blur. No, it's just focus and blur. Select you're still on your own for. No, I've used focus on occasion, which is why I was thinking of that. So I don't know if I'll have that one. Save and loaded, and then read file contents are probably things... Ooh. But I might not have ported yet. See, the thing we've done so far is schedule from videos, which does not do any of that. So really, I should probably port those things in place and then loop back here. Which I'll have to port their host applications. So that's probably a decent breaking point for today. We got NAP mostly working. As I work through the rest of these, So that was hostable. Hosting clips I actually use. Following videos I don't really use, but it's a test case for some of the Twitch API stuff. We do those, well, we should have reasonable confidence that the Twitch module is fully ported. And then that can be published. And it could probably be published now, but I'd still kind of like to see it in context. So yeah, we're kind of hanging on to some of this stuff because of issues with the test framework. So we're gonna have to see what we need to do about that. And then nation yeah, that depending it's on a WebSocket. That depends on WebSocket. I want the test framework. And then Elm plot is depreciated. So we'd have to switch that over to line chart, I think. And I don't remember what I was using crypto for. Oh, there was some signatures involved in the OBS interface. So maybe we can find that. We'll see. Anywho, that looks like it for today. Thanks for watching. Thanks to One Jellybean, Two Left for to Cry, Haskin TV, Doug and Lit, Gamer Science, Domius Leopard, and Osrat Gaming for hosting me. Do I have anything to recommend? Actually, that's over here right now. So that's a common one. Sponsored workshop. It's interesting. Yeah, so I think this is a relatively new one I spotted. And he was in there were a pair of people working on some project, so I don't know if it's as good by himself, but that is something. If you're looking for someplace cool to hang out, that should be someplace cool to hang out. I'm probably gonna go have a peek at that myself. I should pull that off and see how he's doing now. And yeah. Bye-bye.